Hello my friends, in the last video I showed you how to run a pruned BTC node at home to be able to solo mine to it if you don't have enough space to host a full node. This short video is about how to use the rest of the resources on the same node to solo mine to itself, if that makes sense. How to use the same node to solo mine BTC on itself. The problem is Umbrel does not support custom software installations. Well, it does support, but it does not save them, meaning when you restart or even when updates are happening, everything will be erased. There is a way to save everything officially, but as Umbrel is a Docker usage environment, I found a simpler way. My approach doesn't involve usage of outside drives or memory sticks. It involves using a Docker container for mining and the Portainer program for settings preservation. I have Portainer already installed. You can find it in the Umbrel App Store. Portainer preserves custom Docker installs that are not in the Umbrel OS App Store over reboots and even system upgrades, or so they say. I can confirm it preserves the custom Docker builds over reboots, at least. The next step is to run a cpuminer-docker build, the best CPU miner that supports a variety of algorithms, including the SHA-256 for Bitcoin is the cpuminer-opt from Optimized, that I didn't find a maintained Docker build for, so I built one myself. Follow the steps as I show in the video. The link to my cpuminer-docker-opt repository will be in the description. This build can be used on a variety of machines, but this is out of this video's scope. The purpose of using a Docker for the CPU miner, besides persistence over Umbrel reboots or upgrades, is the Docker can be limited as using parts of the CPU or even fractions of a core, being great of using it alongside other programs on the same machine without overloading the CPU usage. When you'll modify the Docker Compose options for the CPU, consider starting low. Check out those temps from the logs and the CPU usage. This is a CPU mining guide. Your CPU will throttle if the values are too high. Don't copy my exact settings. This is a test and improve process. You might have to modify those options various times until you get it right. In principle, keep the CPU fraction at half the value of the CPU's one. If you want to understand more about how to set it up, check out the README file from my repo. The rest is easy. Add in your pool, your wallet address, a worker name for easy identification and debugging, the password X, the algorithm, make sure you write that D letter at the end, so SHA-256D. Delete the extra flags if you want to use them. To know more about more options, check the original cpuminer-opt documentation linked in the README file. Hit the deploy stack button and Portainer will do everything. Clone the image and run the container with the input settings. When the stack is successfully deployed, go to the Containers tab and check out the container's status, logs, resources usage, and more.
On your mind, run it how you want. Node in your room, no middleman front. Hash rate small, but the vision is big. We don't.
And congratulations, you're now mining Bitcoin with your own node to your own node. This build can be used for any other coin that is supported on your own nodes or on any other machine that has an AMD 64 or an ARM 64 CPU if it's used responsibly in regards to the CPU options. As a full disclaimer, I'm not responsible of misusage of this container. It's open source and presented as is. It can do everything that the original cpuminer-opt can do, only that it's confined in a Docker container environment. For better CPU limitations, better portability and deployment. Nothing else was added to this build. The CPU fraction option represents the number of the CPU threads.
Laptop, pot, or a spare machine. Dust it off, plug it in, keep it clean. No need farms, no warehouse racks, just small rigs pushing tiny stacks. C-man repo, Docker keeps it tight. Tune your cores, keep the temps right. Quarter of a core, still in the game. Efficiency first, we don't chase fame. Low power draw, but the mess is loud. We don't need ASICs to stand proud. We use what we got, that's the whole plan. Turn every home into a node in the land. Own your mind, run it how you want. Node in your room, no middleman front. Hash rate small, but the vision is big. We don't chase luck, we just live like this. Own your mind and keep it yours alone. From your own node to your own home. Decentralize, yeah, we spread it wide. Every little hash helps turn the tide. Yeah, no big pools, no corporate grip. We don't bow down, we don't submit. Spread the hash rate thin and wide. That's how you keep the network alive. Faster than noise, faster than trends. Nodes popping up in homes and dens like a signal moving peer to peer. Quiet rebellion growing every year. We mine for fun, yeah, that's the truth. Not chasing profit, just digital proof. 1,000 small rigs beat one big throne. That's the power of running your own. Own your mind, keep it real, keep it yours. Open systems, open doors. From one small node to a global wave. Decentralize, that's what we say. That's what we say.
Thanks for watching.